Okay, so we're saying that we're focusing on leads right now. Oh yeah, as far as identifying yourself, we are brokers. We work with other brokers. So if you guys have good name for the team, please share, and we can DBA brand ourselves as many names as we like. But Carletta is one of our prime brokers we work with. So we have a great working relationship. We've closed business together, so she's given me us carte blanche to use Ellis Street Lending, for example. You can use their email address, name. So when you're speaking to someone, you can say, "I work with the senior or yeah, we're just like we're a broker shop. Yeah, what's your name? We're Ellis Street Lending. I'm a loan officer over here," which is true. Just say you're a loan officer. It's easier, right? It gives you more credibility, and you are all loan officers if you want to be. But or you can say you're the assistant, uh, deal finder. What does it say? Acquisition. You can say you're on the acquisitions team. That's good, which is true. Or an opener. You could say, yeah, I'm an opener over here at Ellis. So the title's really up to you. Give you guys some flexibility and freedom there, some creative license. So have fun with it. And you can put that in your emails too when you start sending emails. But again, don't let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's just focus on finding interested people. Which brings us to Geronimo and I had a nice long meeting this week, and I chose the team, all of you, because of your. Most of you are world travelers and know a lot of people, so that's the old school way before the internet existed. How this business grew, the real estate business, meeting brokers. Like Helen, you met the real estate agent on the hill last week. So the old-fashioned way, just networking, and that's my goal for starting this venture with y'all. 'Cause I know you all know a lot of people. But that being said, we have everyone's expressed interest in leads. There's no reason not to have leads to sharpen your skills, to find more deals. So I don't think of this. You guys are all independent workers, self-employed business owners. That's the broker mentality, the broker world. You're 100% commission. So don't ever get into that employee mentality because you're not. You work for yourself and you eat what you kill, and it's all up to you. So don't be thinking, "Oh, Chris, where's the leads? I can't do this right." Like the leads are there, and that's I want you to have them, but it's always up to your own creativity to find different creative ways, online and offline, to generate interest in deals. That's sales 101, right? And the best salespeople are never doing just what they're told. They're always innovating, and that's a cool thing about having the team here. My hope is that someone's going to find something cool, a nice angle, and they'll be able to share it with the team, and then we can all just kind of work off of each other's success. So we're starting this thing, but I'm very confident in all of y'all's abilities. It's all a numbers game at the end of the day. Put that thousand calls number in your head. You're going to make 1,000 calls. That can easily happen in 1 month's time. So 1,000 sounds like a big number, but if you break it down to its smallest component parts, you're doing 50 calls a day. That's only 20 days of calling. That's less than 1 month of work. It's 1 month exactly, I guess. So yeah, and right. So I'll show you how to do it. It's easy. And that's what today will focus on. And then I'm gonna finish with a little bit about us being commercial mortgage brokers, the types of deals we're looking for, and just to keep your head in the game of who you are, what you do, and what we're capable of. Because this is unlimited income opportunity, like life changing money. So there might be a steep learning curve, and I would say there is. It's intimidating, maybe, to have a $5 or $10 million deal walk in the door, but that's why you have me and other team members and Carletta's and other lenders that will you guys can kind of piggyback and have some confidence. But again, we have Haridi, for example. She's already a rock star and won Miss Confidence India, I believe. So, a lot of you have been chosen because you are exceptional. Um, but that being said, we're all here to help each other get where we're going. So Carletta actually made this really cool video. because all of her videos are really cool. And I'm gonna share that. We're gonna watch it. Please let me know in the um, chat where the hand is. Like, give me a thumbs up if once it's running. If I'm sharing the screen properly, that you guys can see the video. So give me one moment. I'll try to get that open. Share screen. Entire screen. Audio. Oh, I saw it. There it is. Okay. Or someone say something, maybe. Is it? You guys can see? Geronimo, give me a thumbs up. Can you hear and see?
I can see the video.
All right.
Yeah, here.
Hmm. Hey, Geronimo. 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 Okay. Let's see the video. Okay, good. You guys just joined on my other computer and I don't see it. So I was worried. So maybe I have to go. Okay, whatever. Right. ¿Tú ves la video en tu pantalla?
No se escucha, no se habla ni nada. Hace rato. Están todos ahí, pero no se escuchan ni se hablan. Nada.
Yeah, you're listening well. Macaulay. Oh, shit. Hey, can you see the video on your screen right now? Hey, can you see the video on your screen right now? Hey, can you see the video on your screen? You can? Right now. Okay, that's weird. Because Natalie and I can't see it. Just go ahead and make sure. For sure, you can see it. Okay, awesome. That's weird. I just joined on another computer. I just joined on another computer. Okay, that's good. No, no, Geronimo said he's good too, so we'll just let it go. I'm not gonna, if I touch it, it'll fuck it up.
Yo salí, volví a entrar, nada.
No, los dos, yo llama,
A todo el grupo.
me llama Colin
Oye, y Jerónimo dicen que sí.
Geronimo dicen todo bien.
Pero ya mía, ¿por qué no?
Mía también, yo reunía ahora. Es esa. Esa es la aplicación.
Sí.
Entonces,
Me pareció correcto.
tú sales y reunir.
Ujú. 2 veces.
No, pues,
Pues mira esto. ¿Estás grabando eso?
sí.
Sí, yo un poquito con eso, pero no.
¿Aquí no está bien?
Sí, ahora lo acabo de salir, que estaba durmiendo aquí y se me...
Sí, sí. Es que, ah,
Voy a intentar ver si hago algo de comer.
aquí tiene una otra. Ah, no. Ah, sí. No, está bien. Ven acá, pon tu audio. Yo escucho contigo.
Y venía esta tableta por desaparecer.
Este es.
¿Solo Carleta está hablando?
Este es nuestro ejecutario Ahmed. Súper bueno. Este es la palabra. Bien, ven acá. Otra vez bajar el volumen. Es muy claro. Bueno.
Bueno, voy a ir a la cocina y a escuchar. Sí, no. No.
All right. You all able to hear that? Okay. Follow along. Geronimo. Or, hey, were you guys
Yes.
able to hear that? Follow along.
Yeah, yeah, I could hear it.
Excellent. You see it too?
Detroit.
Detroit in the house. Why is my screen still sharing?
What happened to Lions, man?
Got me, man. Oh, you're a Michigan guy too. Right? That's right. You guys are both. I grew up in Michigan too. Oh, in Michigan, on the border
You
there.
grew up in Michigan too? Chicago too?
Well, I grew up in the Indiana border, right in southwestern Michigan. So
Gotcha.
we spent our summers in Michigan and the fall a little bit in Indiana. But grew up, it's
Awesome.
like 10 miles from the. Natalie was listening in the kitchen. Okay, that was great. Did you get Colin again? Like we're here to support you. If you're like giving this your best, you're here. And everyone else is not here. Geronimo has to be here because he's the team leader, he's contractually
I am here.
obligated to be here. But did that tell me again? This is just. Do you have any questions? Did that? What did you like? What did you learn? What are you? What are, what are your thoughts? Give me one or two things. I think you're muted, Colin. All right, Colin, if you're able to hear, just jump in, unmute yourself, um, and respond when you can. I'm gonna keep rolling here. Where were we? Let's get the drive.
I'm sorry?
Were you able to hear my question to you and everything? Maybe I don't know if I have an internet issue. Colin, were you able to hear any of the things that I said to you? Geronimo, can you hear me? J-Rock? Yeah, I guess I'm having an internet issue. Okay. Uh, you guys can hear me?
Can
Yes,
hear you.
please.
Okay, I might have had. I am in a place that doesn't have an amazing internet, so very well could. The power goes out here too, so I could lose everything any moment. That's the exciting part. Um, did you hear what I? I don't know if I cut out. Did you hear what I said, Colin, about the recording? Did you learn anything? Have any questions? We're here to support you as a loan officer. So, insights, and ideas from the video. Okay. Guys, did I cut out again? What's going on? Geronimo, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, Colin, did you hear anything I just said? I'm talking to you, buddy. Maybe he's technical difficulties, maybe. Oh, good. Colin, are you there? All right, I'm gonna keep going. I tried my best. So we're gonna pick up where Carletta left off. That was a great presentation. Give you an idea. It's really going to groups is a great place to start. She's got a lot of good general lead training in there too. But I'll give you an idea of what this looks like. Can you see my screen, Geronimo?
Yes.
Okay. What do we like
Are you
here?
sharing?
Let's look at
No,
this.
I can't see it.
Colin, did
If
you?
you are sharing, no.
Oh,
I can't see you. Are you
okay. Hold
Sal?
on. Hold on. So, hold on. Let me try again. Hold on. Getting there. All right. You guys see me now? I had stopped there.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I see it.
All good. Colin, I was trying to ask you, did you hear, what did you get from the video? Anything jump out at you? Learn anything? Because you're a loan officer basically starting here. So,
Yeah, I um was a little distracted in the beginning, but just that not by not define going into these big websites, but not defining yourself as any one thing or another, so that you're open to finding leads. You don't want to define yourself as loan officer or anything immediately before you know who you're dealing with, like knowing your audience.
exactly. That's one. Yeah, that would be, so that's a really good point. And a lot of these groups will have rules, it should be obvious, but you have to always think of your audience. Is it an investor group? Is it a realtor group? Is it a loan officer group? Um, so anyway, we are working on getting set up for the team. Everyone here, a shared Google Voice. Some of you, I did realize, not in the United States. Google Voice only works in the U.S. for some reason, but it's an awesome tool until we get a more official dialer that lets us do what we need to do. So look, we have this spreadsheet here, which everyone will have access to. You log in. This has got, and then we'll load you up 1,000. There should be 1,000 leads at any given time, right? For everyone to blast through. I guess in a perfect world, you're going to have phone numbers, email addresses, website. Look at all that company name. Google goes a long way. You get a few websites, you can always track someone down. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X. There's get, especially if someone's depends who you're looking for, but um, even just have a name. You can, you use what you can, and you get the hang of it. But this lead gorilla, she's got what she likes here. We'll give you an example. We'll just jump in here. And as I said, we're getting the team number set up. I'm going to be using mine for today's demonstration, but almost there with the team. We have the account made, just not the number. So you'll just come down the list here. MTO investments. Cool. Let's take a look just to give you some context. If this is my lead, you don't need to, right? Like, honestly, I wouldn't really do this. Maybe I would. If you have the time, like, look at this. It's all about time on the dialer. If that phone is not ringing, you're not making money. So if I'm spending, it's really as a numbers game. Look at Danny here. Danny's got a nice smile. I think he's making a lot of money. I don't know. He's smiling about something. Um, so again, look at Danny. Is Danny going to give us deals? Hopefully. But Danny, I'm looking at Danny. Yeah, this is the thing. So yeah, you see this thing. Okay, he has an investor club. He's got his LinkedIn page. Investment company. We help investors learn and grow their portfolio. So he's getting deals and giving them to people. He's probably a wholesaler, right? He's probably keeping, this was my company. We'd like to get there someday with what we do. So this is painting the big picture for y'all. We are in the mortgage business, but becoming a real estate investor is very, it's right there. We can do many streams of income. And this is where wholesaling, which Carla was talking about, when we get a deal, these people are maybe flipping the deal to someone. Or I'm imagining they're getting these properties, fixing it up, taking title, and owning it, right? And then closing on the property, and then reselling it to another retail investor as a cash flowing asset. That's what we would do with our foreign nationals that we focus on. Again, it could be a United States citizen or a foreign national. It's the same deal. So we are going to want to showcase properties at some point. We mentioned that. So anyway, you would take MTO investments, but again, I wouldn't waste your time. You're probably going to call. You might call this person and don't pick up. I would more do it where I'm calling. So you're going to. This is very old school, but this works for now. I know it's not the fastest. We copy. Come over here. Look, you can see the last person we called. It picked up even a photo. Ireland Investments. Okay. So just copy paste and push enter. Oh no, I'm right here. Not bad. Yeah, look at that. Phone, dial, Google Voice. Easy peasy. Calling. There we go. And that's how it would go. We'd say, hey, this is Chris calling from Ellis Street Lending, looking to speak with. Hey, Dan, how are you today? Uh, I'm doing well, Chris. Thank you. I see we found you're an investor looking to purchase some properties. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm always in the market. What do you got? Oh, you got anything now? I said, yeah, I was actually looking to pick up a few more properties, Chris. Where are you out of? What do you do? And there it goes. He says, I'm all booked out, but as a wholesaler, you see him, maybe he can pass us on to one of his clients. You can co-wholesale, co-broker. There's so much of that in this business where someone maybe is literally too busy or the deal is not worth their time, the effort to make whatever they're going to make, that they'll pass it on to you and say, you know what, I don't want to lose this client, but I'm too busy to do the deal. So we would do it. Like you would get that deal. You're calling in and you pass it over to me and Carletta, and that's it. We close on that. You make money. And if you're trying to be a loan officer with us here, then you work that deal. And that's, it's like keep that thousand leads in your head. Like I know it sounds like a lot, but have the big number. So after 100 leads and you don't have a deal yet, you have to get to 200 and 300. That's okay. Because this really is a numbers game, and it's you got to push through that first part, and you will break through and have breakthroughs and get to the next level, and you'll get the hang of it, and people will feel that and feel that you're closing deals, and it'll all just snowball in the right direction. So that was, I think. Let me stop sharing for a moment. It was like nitty gritty, but that was good. We're almost at the hour here too. I'm gonna close some broker stuff. So again, leads are up and running, guys. We have the account created. We are going to put the actual Google Voice in. So everyone on the team can log in, share the spreadsheet. You can put notes, tag it. If you get someone, obviously you'll say, this is my deal. Don't call them. We'll color code it. So if something is yellow, that means it's Cullen's deal, for example. Go on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm into trying it out, making some calls,
Yeah, you'll get your own
get
lead.
it going.
We'll get you everyone to have their own list, but at this point, it's we refine that with time as the deals come in, the volume goes up. We need more numbers. We scale. We are starting a business here. This is a ground floor opportunity. So this is This is a learning lesson in startup and entrepreneurship 101 for everyone on the team too. You should be taking notes as to what it all looks like. But I'll go back to Max. You may have heard it last week or not, but I had this amazing commercial lender in the commercial broker. It's hard to find commercial lenders. Has been my experience. Like real deal commercial lenders, direct. It's always a chain of brokers, and that's what we don't want because we're brokers. So if there's another broker between us and the bank, which is the lender, the person giving the money to close the deal. If there's another broker between, there's more communication issues, and there's more people to get paid. And then you get this kind of telephone daisy chain inefficiency, and I don't know. Then people can circumvent you too, or maybe they say, "Oh, I don't need Chris anymore because I already know the other broker." So you want to get direct, which this guy I trust him. His name is Max, but he worked in that world for 7 years. He had up to $400 million in volume that he did and under management. So that's $500 million. This guy's seen it all, done it all, can sniff out the bullshit very quickly. And now he's a private lender. He's no longer a mortgage broker, but he does broker deals from time to time when he doesn't want to. And this is the story I told it last week, but I'll tell it again. It's worth repeating. This is what I want you to leave with. That we are commercial brokers. We work with other brokers. You're a loan officer. You're in the mortgage lending business and world. So, I mean, you got to just put your head. If you start at Quicken, which is Rocket Mortgage now, one of the biggest lenders, or you're just focused on these $1, $2, $300,000 deals to your retail investor, that's just where your head's going to be at, and that's who you're going to be looking for, and that's your world. And you get it. You close. You closed 10 of those, and you're happy. Let's say you made $2 million in volume, $3 million. It's great. But this guy, Max, has been doing it so long. He's comfortable. He doesn't waste his time. He kind of would say, "You're working so hard to make one, two, three, $5,000 on these deals." Because he doesn't work in that world. He's looking at minimum $1 million deals, but 5, 10, 15, 20. Literally, it does not stop. We had a $70 million, artillery manufacturer last year, campus. And again, are you going to pull down a $70 million deal? I mean, you could. I am very skeptical of anything that big. But I think $1 to $20 million, those are a lot of real small time developers and investors in that 1 to 5 to $10 million space. So it's so cool to connect with Max. I'm going to hopefully have him on here at, on our meeting at some point. But he's someone that said we can definitely bring him deals and work with. So that's closing those bigger deals is key. And again, I know I would focus on your retail investor. You're finding your foreign national for many of you who's just looking to buy. Again, you'd be surprised. Some of these foreign investors, the nationals, they're spending. They're like, I want to buy 5, 10 investment properties in the U.S. and that could be $2 or $3 million right off the bat. I mean, it's really common to they spend $1 to $2 million to buy 5 to 10 properties. These are people with money, so that turns out to be a big deal, even though it's 5 or 10 small deals. But that same investor also might maybe in their country, they're in the hotel business and they want to do a hotel in the US. They don't want to buy 10 small properties. They want to buy one big property. And again, this maybe your head should be thinking here, like, cool, I'm going to start calling hotels in Brazil or finding those owners, I should say, finding hotel owners and groups and marketing to them, right? I mean, this is really where it's at, and you can find your niche. Maybe you worked in the hotel business for 20 years, like me. I worked in the restaurant and hotel industry for a really long time. And so, whatever asset class, maybe you worked in the marina business or you worked in the warehouse, like an Amazon fulfillment center. And you know a lot about warehouses. So, do warehouse industrial properties. There's people that only invest in those. So, if you know that world, that's going to be easier for you to talk and sell it to someone. So that's something to think about. And you learn as you go. But Max said he had someone call him with a 50, he only invests in the Washington D.C., Philly, Northern Virginia area, and he said someone called him with a deal. He doesn't. He's only funding his own deals now. Right? He's a private lender. He is the bank, which is amazing and exciting stuff. He funds these $1 to $5 million deals mostly. 1, 2, $3 million. And I even showed he funded a 7-Eleven. You know what that is? Some of you. It's like a convenience store. It's a $2 million property. Great. And we all get paid very handsomely on this deal, that kind of deal. But he said he had a $15 million deal in Idaho, which is on the other side, west coast, 3,000 kilometers away. And he didn't want to do the deal. He doesn't. That's not what he does. He doesn't know anything about Idaho, and it was also a property type. It wasn't even. It was an industrial property, I believe, a warehouse or something like that. But he has those banking contacts, right? From so many years in the business, he's direct. People just end up talking to a broker, and he knew where to go to get that thing closed, and that's so valuable. So he's willing to do that for us. We'll see when we get going. But I talked to the guy for over 5 hours, and I can tell he's the real deal. He's he's doing he's managing $20 million of money that he's putting out the door. So it's I don't know. It's not a nobody. It's just somebody, and he passed that deal on to another broker. They're making 2 points on the deal. It's a $15 million deal. So um, there's a I don't, maybe there's 1 point he's sharing. So $150,000. He's sharing it with the other guy he brought it to. He's making $75,000 on that deal. They're literally passing it to someone, not even doing it. So maybe if he did the whole deal himself, took it to the bank himself, he could make the extra 75K. clearly his time isn't even worth it for him at this point to make the $75,000. He'd rather pass it off to someone else, not have the headache. And again, that's not where he lends. He doesn't know that property type. It's on the other side of the country. He doesn't have the local contacts. So it might be challenging for him to even close that deal. That's why he would pass on it. But instead of having to pass and just say not interested, he's able to say, give it to someone he knows who has the capacity to perform and close that deal, and he gets a very nice paycheck. That's what a lot of people make in a year, $75,000. It's a good piece of money for doing very little. So I want that to be in your heads. I know you all come from different walks of life and rub shoulders and elbows with different people. And I want you to think as big as possible and push yourself. And again, just get it in your head that you're looking for $5 to $10 million deals, so that when you actually get someone on the phone or your buddy who wants to spend $1 million, it doesn't really bother you or shake you. You're like, oh yeah, a million, no problem, because you're already in the $10 million headspace. So I know we started small in retail, and that's good, but it's really good to have a real deal commercial broker to remind us that that's what we do. And some people, they just specialize in that single family home, two, three, $400,000 home, or $100,000. In Carletta's market, these are $50,000 to $100,000 homes. So it would take you to do 20 deals to make you would make on what you would make on one $1 million deal. So that's the long and short. Did anyone have questions? Can you guys hear me? Was that all clear, J-Ro?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not funny. You can buy a house for like 25 grand in Detroit, but you might not survive it.
yeah. I pulled up a lead last year at my last bank I was at, and the guy was telling me, and he was like ready to go, and it was like it was a real deal. And I pulled up the property. It was in I think it was in South Carolina, Sumter, right? It was like $9,000 or 13 or six. The property was worth like $6,000 or $9,000. I could not believe it. And I looked at it
Yeah, and
on Google Maps. It was like a real house, two-story house, and
right.
I could
And how
not.
about the Palisades fire? Like all those houses that burned down are like $20 million. They're like
Yeah, that's right by Malibu,
incre-
though. That's on the way.
incredible. Yeah, incredible. That's like right near where LeBron lives.
That's where not. I mean, California is already so expensive to live in. Your insurance, your property insurance, forget about it. It's just
Yeah,
all those premiums. Insurance companies have to charge all that money they're paying out to the new policyholders coming into the next year. So I don't know why anyone would live in California. It's my personal opinion. Maybe nice. It's nice to visit.
it's
Wouldn't want to live there. I don't know. That's just
California is awesome surf, awesome snowboarding.
nice to visit, but it's an expensive place to live. And
I was there 7 years.
really,
Yeah, when I was 18 to 25, I would just live with a lot of roommates and go camping and live cheap.
yeah, it's all perspective. I mean, I live. If you're a hippie living in your van, it's a cool thing in Northern California. I did that life, but property taxes, all that other stuff is like a nightmare. Anyway,
It'd be cool to get a list, and I'll work on getting that Google Voice. I'm fascinated by that too. It's neat to have a New York City number.
yeah,
I'll get that. I'll work on figuring that out, and then
Colin,
I'll
since
see.
you're representing the loan officers on the call who are only here in spirit today, did you have any?
Yeah.
I was talking about this is your time with us, me and J Ro. Did you have any? What I was just going on about the commercial brokering world. Do you have any questions, concerns, thoughts? Any? What's this? What's that? Sort of- You hear me, Colin? My question?
You asking me?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking John. No, I would just like to get the dialogue going. I like the idea of getting as many people as we can